Whereas the me is just, hey, I'm from Nintendo.
Yeah, kind of. He looks kind of smoky, but in reality, it's just a Vaseline on the camera lens, Joker. I know what you're doing. So here we go. We are starting. Oh my god, he has a scythe! Jesus!
And what is going on with that face? He looks like Weeble and Bob or something like that. I'm probably dating myself with that reference.
I've never seen that before. I like the hat, though. He's got the Mark's hat, trying to start strike early with that aerial, trying to catch Joker's recovery, but not quite enough, as Danklin starting off strong.
To date myself even further, that scythe looks like one of those glow-in-the-dark weapons from the dollar store. I know you know what I'm talking about. You have to, right?
I only know the Jai-Alai ones. The
okay.
the ball things where like you shoot the. I think we're talking about the same thing, maybe.
Maybe,
you go to
yeah, I
the
don't
beach
know.
and it has like the hook thing with the ball in it. But I see it. I see it right now. You know what I mean?
I know what you're talking about. But yeah, they had these weapons at my dollar store. They were like glow in the dark, and there was a scythe, and it looks exactly like this one. Either way,
That's terrifying. Jersey's crazy.
Kids were playing with some real fun stuff back in the day, but Dura leading for the better part of this game, but it looks like Danklin's got the stage control, or he had it, until Joker knocked him off with Egg on and a forward tilt doing him in. Such a dangerous move at the ledge.
That felt so early, but, you know, we've seen it before from so many top players, so maybe not. Getting the double forward tilt there. And right now, Dura, despite having a very early sort of struggle, he was, I think, at 80% before he really got any kind of foothold, has now managed to fight his way back. I think one of the things that Me Gunner struggles with is the long set, because Me Gunner isn't a weak character, but they have tricks. And remember we were talking about Ness earlier. Ness has this like infinite bag, and you can eventually sort of, you feel like you never reach the bottom. I feel like over 3 and maybe 5 games with Me Gunner or Me Swordfighter, you're like, okay, I get it. I'm feeling the fabric. Like, I'm at the bottom of this bag now. And I sort of understand it. Now, obviously, the player skill comes in and how much you mix these things up. But you see it right there. As long as you can watch out for that tornado, usually that's half the battle.
Yeah, and I think one thing that contributes to this character being a bit of a question mark for so many people is once you learn the normals, you still have to deal with 12 different potential specials, right? And we see everyone's got a different loadout. Danklin using an up B and a side B that I typically don't see. Or sorry, yeah, just the up B rather, is that kind of corkscrew move. But the tornado, fairly standard. The chakram, fairly standard as well. And then he has the cape-esque down B, which has been used a couple times in this match already. Just to stall out of disadvantage, you know, throw your opponent's juggle timing off a bit. And I do kind of like that. Oh, chakram, but nothing off.
Oh, I love that sort of the punish on the shield there, knowing he's just going to be sitting there and shield. A lot of confidence to do that also at 150, not shaking at all. Knows he has to watch that back air, and really, that's the main thing from Joker at this percent. And that, I guess. There you go. Yeah, watch yourself at the ledge. He's lost 2 stocks now from choosing the wrong option, trying to get off that ledge.
Yeah, 1 Arsene forward tilt, 1 solo. Still enough to do it at 175 plus. Now let's see what the edge guard's going to be. Me Swordfighter, I'd say not a character known for being able to get reckless off stage, right? His recovery is pretty linear, kind of short in distance as well. And we're seeing Dura just continue to build this lead.
Let's see further. 122 to 84. Doing the best he can to try to get back in. Ooh, there's the drag down into the down smash. And this might lock it up. You got Arsene. Wow, with the gun into the counter, into the tech, the double tech. And Danklin cannot recover after that side B. A huge offstage battle, but both these guys ready with the tech. And Dura is the one that's going to come out ahead.
Yeah, you saw just how quickly Joker transitioned from the down guns into the Tetrakarn off stage. Yeah. Absolutely ridiculous. That move has seemingly no end lag. You'll see Jokers come down from the sky with the down guns and then throw back air or forward air out just before they land, as soon as you think you're safe, right? And off stage seemed to be exactly that same scenario. Danklin on the receiving end. Love his little Tortimer icon, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah,
Danklin, the turtle.
Big fan. I like seeing the like unique icons in this game that nobody else has. You know, right. I love seeing those.
I feel like Girahim's got to be a more popular one, but I don't think I've ever seen that one either. Mine is just Snake. I thought it was just going to be my main, so I'm like, all right, I'll be Snake.
I think I've got, like, Junior, because he looks like such a little asshole. Like, it's the Yoshi's Junior, you know, where he's like pouting. He's just a jerk. I think it's
Yeah.
actually, that's like canonically, that's Bowser. Because it's like baby Bowser when Mario was a baby. I don't know. One of those two. Anyway.
Yes. Yoshi's Island, I
Something
guess
like
it is
that.
Bowser.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're back to Gunner once again. Or I'm sorry, Swordfighter. God, because he uses projectiles, man. He's supposed to be a sword fighter, but all he does is shoot you. Swordfighter against Joker on PS2 for the second game.
Me, Scythe Fighter.
Yeah. Call it what it is, you know? Tornado fight. He's just a force of nature.
Just such an interesting little getup he's got going on as well. But you see the early percent scrap coming out. Joker, of course, great combos off of his up throw. No drag down on the up air, but it doesn't matter. You don't have to take that combo for all the damage it could possibly give you every time, right? Sometimes a reset is better. Just take that positional advantage, and you might end up getting more damage at the end of it.
Yeah.
Down throw.
Yeah, it's so consistent. You can go for it over and over.
Oh, tornado, but nothing off it. That up air from me, Swordfighter, man, just one of the most dangerous moves in the game. I know in Smash 4 it did 17, which is pretty ludicrous. And if they didn't change that value, yeah, that would be 20.4 in Ultimate with the singles 1.2x. So, I mean, that thing hits like a truck.
Let's see the back throw there. 107 going for the tornado, and I like Dura sort of calling that out. The Aha himself. Oh, gets hit by the downer. He got clipped, but not quite enough. There's a bit of a scramble on the right side. Danklin is going to come out ahead, but not ahead enough to take a stop.
Yeah, Joker's tether just reaches so far, man. I thought that was an incredible edge guard on Danklin's part. Just not enough to do it. And now let's see if he's going to go for a ledge trap or try to repeat that same down air off the tether. No, neither. But wow, downer actually having enough knockback to kill there. Okay. We've got a big chance for Danklin here. This character is really annoying from afar. And I could imagine peeling back this stock lead that Danklin's got going on might prove to be a larger task than it seems.
Yeah, especially because that forward tilt, he landed the forward tilt again there, and there again, he was at 140 the first time and 158 the second. So I guess rage is a bigger part of that than you would think. That side B just did 120. Yeah, it did a lot of damage. 21 damage, I think, or something.
Yeah,
and people
I think
in
it
the
was
chat
21.
are saying, yeah, and people in the chat are saying that up air still does 20. So like this character has a deceptive amount of damage just in really weird spots.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you get the tornado, which pops you up for whatever you want, but typically that 20 damage up air is what they're going to look for. So I think Swordfighter kind of slept on all three Miis, really. Probably have a lot more tricks up their sleeve than most players are expecting. Oh no, a B's into blind space, gets kicked for it. And we've got Dura evening up the stock count, still trailing by 50, but I don't know, man. It's Joker with Arsene, at least just for another couple seconds. This is his chance. Oh, and it's going to expire right in the middle of that up air.
Yeah, got up to 37. Not bad at all. Danklin, I do appreciate the idea and the thought, was trying to do his best to sort of space away, try to force Joker out while he had Arsene, try to annoy him and clip it out, but you saw Dura sort of push through all of it, finally get the stock, and now it's dead even between these two. There's the down throw. Can't quite get the up air, but gets the up tilt on the catch. Can't string it into anything, but it's another just sort of free extension, free damage.
Oh, gets the nair into the tech chase, catches Danklin in a bit of fear there, holding shield after he rolled. And all of a sudden, this is Dura's game once again. Oh, by only 0.4% now, but any lead is a good lead. Oh, unless you run into a forward smash. There we go. Danklin up a stock yet again. Oh, 34 for that, by the way.
Yuck. That scythe is sharp, man. I don't know.
Even with the stabbies. That's a slicey weapon. Come on.
120. Oh my god, yeah. Look at the damage just rack up for no reason. Jeez, 122 now. Dura caught in a very bad spot because he's just getting clipped. Chakram by Tornado. About a fifth of Arsene is left. And yeah, he's not going to land anything for it. There's the air dodge. Oh my god, you can't stamp with a scythe! That's not what that weapon is for. That forward air, that doesn't make sense.
We got Carl Danklin out here in the plains, man, riding his horse to victory, at least in game number 2. Now the set's even. It's going to be Dura's chance to answer back with a counter pick here. And I don't know, man. I'm not sure if Joker is great in this matchup, and I know that might be so weird to hear, right? Like, this is the best character in the game. It's just me, Swordfighter, right? But I see a lot of spots in which me, Swordfighter, can actually threaten Joker, and it's mainly the projectile game. He's not a character that necessarily excels against those to begin with. But Roy, on the other hand, I think would do amazingly in a little bit of a sword fight against this character, right? You outrange him, you outstrike him in terms of damage, right? So maybe a more rushdown oriented character is the recipe here. Could be just, you know, better to stick to his guns. Of course, this is the best character in the game. You do have a massive comeback factor with Arsene, but I don't know. I think maybe if I'm Dura and I have another top tier secondary, I'm thinking about busting it out at this point.
Yeah, he did win the first match, so he might be feeling a little comfortable, but it's really interesting you say that. I always think about, if you remember in Smash 4, Bayonetta took over the world. Everybody said she was crazy broken. She's really strong, and those people aren't wrong. But if you remember, there was one mid-tier character that did really well against her for no reason, and it was Toon Link. And it was for a very similar thing. It's just like the bombs are frustrating. The projectile she has a hard time getting through. Toon Link, like, she puts herself in situations where it feels like Toon Link can shave off the stock quickly, which is usually one of his problems. And I feel like this might be a similar thing where Joker doesn't have as many burst options as Bayonetta. He's just better once he gets in and can rack up damage, but it feels like you could just chip away at him in a lot of ways. Your damage is insane when you finally land it, and then the Arsene just gets whittled away. You can see it already, 53-70, good God.
Yep, and me Swordfighter, not exactly the biggest weapon in the game, but it's bigger than Joker's knife for sure. And just pound for pound, you could see him get outranged, you can see him get outcamped. And yeah, I think that's a very apt comparison. The Bayonetta Toon Link matchup, right? Like, it just doesn't make sense on paper or like, you know, in terms of the numbers and the tier list positions. But when you see them fight, it starts to line up. Either way, Dura back with a vengeance. He is moving just a lot more quickly throughout this match. And after that initial bunch of projectiles, he barely got touched.
Yeah, I wonder how long Danklin will have this juice. Oh my God, down throw up air at that percent and it kills? Good God, all right.
Speaking of Smash 4, man, I'm getting shades right now.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do that, at least not in a percent where it would still kill. I'm gonna say that was DI. That's the only thing that'll help me sleep tonight. Right now, 44-14. You can see Danklin trying to burst out with that side B, and Dura at the perfect space out to be able to punish.
Yeah, that's forward angled up B. The side B is the chakram. So this is a very interesting move
you're
there.
right. Yeah.
I thought it was side B for like the first half of the game one, and I was like, wait, what? How does he have both?
I have Mithra brain. That's what it was.
Same.
Yeah.
That's where that move came from.
True. Yeah, so I've been seeing so much Mithra, and I never see this character. So you can see him dashing. But yeah, right now 67-96, and it's attacking up even more. Nice back air.
You see that cape stall? I don't know what to call it other than cape. It's basically like cape. And it's not quite a shine. But yeah, he's been using that to stall, and to great effect. It's gotten him out of quite a few sticky situations off the stage. But the second that Dura catches onto that, all you gotta do is wait for that initial hitbox to disappear, and then you can swing on him. Nice persistence, smashing the up B, knowing that down guns, annoying as they may be, eventually Joker's gonna have to stop firing and get back to stage. Could have been so devastating if he got a follow-up off of that.
Yeah, if he could have tracked him all the way to the end with an up air, it doesn't matter. He was able to jump over the projectile into the back air. And you can see this is where me Swordfighter really shines, is when you have to sort of peel back these layers of defense and find your way through the wind, through the chakram, through so much stuff. And sometimes he might even burst at you with an up B. There's so much to sort of keep in mind and factor in to this character. You saw right there the neutral air actually going through the up smash, like just barely evading the hitbox. Eventually Dura will land the back air. Arsene is out, but Danklin is not afraid.
Yeah, he just rushed right off the Angel platform there. You do get less invincibility the longer you wait on it, but I believe it's still net better to sit on the platform as long as possible, forego the invincibility that you're actionable during, and that wastes more of Arsene's timer. So I think that's actually optimal, but Danklin's saying, you know what, I don't care about what's optimal. I'm getting right back in the fight.
Feeling some confidence. See if it pays off right now. 101 for Dura. He's got to watch ground. Oh my God! A forward smash out of nowhere. That's how you use a scythe. Chopping him, but it's not enough to get the stock just yet. Whoa!
Uh-oh, another forward smash. These guys both air dodging right into each other's power hits. And we're seeing Joker certainly at kill percent at this point. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't die to the forward smash because that move hits like a truck. But, I mean, Danklin approaching some dangerous territory as well. We're going to see if he can zone him out properly. Joker, like you said, lacks the burst options of, say, Bayonetta's healed slide, but his dash attack and down tilt can close distance quite well.
Yeah. You saw it right there, getting up off the ledge, knocking Danklin into the air right now. 139, he's stuck. He's going to use that counter. He's going to make it back.
Man, I thought Danklin might have waited out the Rebels guard and gone for the kill there, but no, I think it was smart of him to hedge his bets. Of course, this character, not the best recovery. Can't get too crazy off stage. He loves that down air.
What?
Let me sound like Lil Jon over here, dude. This character is something.
That's goofy. I watched the stream to see what happened. Yeah, we didn't even spoil it, by the way, because we didn't know what we saw, and the chat didn't know what we saw. So there you go. Whatever the hell that was. Jesus. All right, Chakram will take it. Yeah, Chakram of all things gets the KO, and Danklin up 2-1 now on Dura.
It's upset city here in Oceania. Rank 7 versus rank 20. I'm favoring 20 every time now, man. I've learned.
It's just nonsense, man. It's all over the place.
Yeah, and I'm scared for her next set because Extra, number 2 in the entire country, is coming up, and I can't wait to see him go to losers.
Yeah, good luck, man. If you've seen how the wind has been blowing all night, you might just want to DQ and maybe ready up for losers or something, or drink some herbal tea or something. Get ready for your match, because tonight's for the little guys, and Danklin might be able to put up a big win against Dura here. Dura, of course, like you said, might want to opt for a different character, but I feel like the Joker's fine. I think it's just not working out, and that comes down to the player, you know. Roy, it is.
I actually super agree with this call. I mean, I guess I already spoiled that for the chat earlier when I said it. Time to bring the Roy out. But yeah, this character, an absolute demon in terms of air and ground speed. He just gets in. He closes the gaps. And that's something Joker, although he can do it quite well, he doesn't necessarily excel at it, whereas I think it's really a key part of Roy's kit. But the trouble of going a secondary is that you're a little bit less familiar with your matchups, and me, Swordfighter, certainly one that capitalizes on that lack of matchup knowledge. Oh! Please! Oh, okay, he's alive.
Yeah, barely. So scary there. We'll see if Dura can change up the pace. I mean, Roy is such a significant change in terms of sort of the pace, the cadence of the game, as opposed to somebody like Joker. So Danklin has to be prepared. Oh my god, you saw it right there. Expected the parry off of the tornado and got the spot dodge anyway, despite how fast Roy is. It feels like Danklin is, you know, he's a little bit more reserved, but he does look pretty comfortable even still, despite, you know, the speed of Roy.
Just a few seconds ago, super minor interaction, but it really harkens back to that comparison to Bayo versus Toon Link that you made. Oh, very unfortunate. This is his witch twist. No, Roy did a forward throw, which would normally cause a tech chase situation for most of the cast, right? But Danklin just DI'd up and used me, Swordfighter's natural floatiness to be able to throw a tornado and force Dura to have to respect him out of a bad spot. And I think that's, again, very similar to that matchup from back in the day, right? Like, Toon Link is just weird to follow up on. Same goes for me, Swordfighter. Being floaty makes these combos very difficult to pull off when they're otherwise pretty much guaranteed on other people.
It can be really uncomfortable because you're constantly second-guessing yourself. It's kind of like, it's in sort of a minor sense, it's sort of like when you fight a Yoshi or a Mario or a Luigi or any kind of Mario bro, really. It's like that neutral air is a threat. So when I do a throw, I have to make sure this is tight. Otherwise, it's going to be, you know, it's going to get stuffed.
Exactly.
You can see stuff like that happen here.
And another character that makes great work of that is Pyra, especially because her counterpart has such high fall speed and Pyra's so floaty. Like that, you know, you just really have to watch out against floaties in general in this game. And me, Swordfighter, being among them, it does not bode well for Dura, who's still down 2-1 here, even though he's leading in this game. He's got a ton of work to do. The Roy seems to be paying off, but he did have some help from Danklin throwing a stock at like 60%.
Yeah, you still have the double-edged dance there, almost getting the stock off. And despite Danklin sort of throwing that stock away, feels like he might be able to edge back into this. Right now, he's struggling to get off this ledge against Dura. He's just going to go to the platform. Not a particularly dangerous place to be against Roy, not as opposed to like other characters, because you know Roy has to come up sort of vertically because he needs that back air. But he does find it. He lands it. Now, Danklin, on his last stock, has to find a way to take the stock off of Dura. Really try to force the issue on this grab. Might have something there if he can get it. There it is.
See, down throw, yeah, no up air this time. I think the reason that that comboed and killed in the last game was that Dura might have been holding in for the down throw, and that lined
Yeah,
up.
he had to have been. He
Yeah.
had to have been. Yeah.
At least partially, like just not as far out as he could have gone.
124 to 65, just gonna go to the ledge, double edge dance, and that's where this gets a little dicey. Roy is getting up there in the rage, and he is, all it takes is one solid shot. There's the jab, tries to go for the back air. Not gonna happen, and a big hit from Danklin. A little ill-advised going for that up smash, a little crazy, but he doesn't pay for it with his life just yet.
Ooh, back air, okay, big chops here. That move hits not quite as hard as Ike's, but in a very similar animation, similar angle, and almost similar strength.
Neutral. Oh, yuck! Ugh. Poor Roy. Like, you saw all those hits, and none of them hitting the way that he wanted. Doesn't matter. He's gonna land the up B. Look at this sequence, chat. Like, ew. It was like falling neutral air, jab up air, and just not. Okay, whatever. It looked funny to me. So now we're on game 5. Dura against Danklin. Now I heard you mention Pyra before, and I want to tell you think they're nice, Pyramytha? You think they're nice?
Yeah, dude, I gotta call you out, Coney. I saw your.
No, I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out.
Man. I think those characters are absolutely bonkers, and I think you're sleeping, man. And when you said that Mithra's side B is just illusion 2, I'm like, no, it's like illusion 6.9, dude. That move is so good.
Nah. Actually, it is better than I thought, because a character that fast, there's more threatening. Like, she could just jump over you because her airspeed is so good, or she could just slam into you. So I'll give it up on that. But I will say,
It's also a great tech chase.
Yes, yeah. I think you have content brain, bro. You got content brain.
No, I promise, bro. I promise, man.
Okay,
I think
right.
I'm one of those guys who's real good at calling how good a character is gonna be. Because Joker came out, people were like, oh no way he's top 10. Day 1, I'm like, nah, dude, this is like probably the best character, and you guys are tripping. And this is like pre-patch Pichu and Olimar. And I was like, yeah, no, definitely Joker's got the stuff. And then these characters came out, and I'm like, yep, top tier, no question. Just wait and see, man. Just wait and see. I'll put 50 on it right now. Yo, you want to do a 10 gifted bet?
I'm down for it. I'm down
All
for
right,
it. What is the? We'll shake. We'll have to figure out what the criteria is.
Yeah.
Like top 16 next. We'll figure it out. But
Something like that. Yeah, we'll hash out the details later. But for now, let's hash out Game 5 between Dura and Danklin. This has been a great set so far. Going to Game 5. Love to see any match go the distance, but this one's been particularly interesting. Not just the character switch, but the appearance of me Swordfighter in the first place.
yeah, no question. And this whole top 32 has just been a treat to watch, man. You really get to see the dynamics of these characters mesh with the play style of the players in a way that, like, it's new and fresh. Because when you watch Leo play Joker, yes, it's art, but I've seen that painting before. You know, I've seen this artist perform, and it feels like this is brand new to me. And you see it right there, another parry on the tornado, and these guys are just so ready for each other. Dura parried the tornado, Danklin just instinctively going for the spot dodge, and it's not like he's really spamming that. He's not just going for the spot dodge all the time. He knows that Dura's going to be ready for it.
How is he going to make it back to center stage? We've got the threat of the tornado and the chakram, and of course, me Swordfighter right there with his scythe in hand. And he's got some pretty good buttons to swing at you, but no, it looks like Dura's going to turn the tables. Got a lead trap of his own, but no, just a simple roll is all it takes, and then Dura's going to catch him anyway.
See the up tilt there. Yeah.
I don't know if he wanted, like, landing Nair 1 into something and pressed it late, or if he was just looking for some Tomahawk mind games. But, oh, man, these guys keep swinging on each other and just not connecting. Oh, that sweet spot forward tilt. Dura looking good in Game 5 here. We might see our first match going as predicted, at least by seeding.
It feels like there's just a lot of lead up, and then there's a scramble, and somebody wins the scramble, and that's it. It just, these guys are just swinging at each other. You see it, like, nobody's under the platforms here. They're fighting for the middle. Like, they are fighting in this small little enclosed area. They are in the Thunderdome. And I love the use of that hurricane there, just throwing out the tornado as Dura runs in. Not really giving any fear to Roy, because that's where he can really excel. If he can make you second guess yourself and sort of doubt your own movement, he can really catch you.
Exactly. It's that floaty factor, being able to respond with a button before getting grounded and put in the knockdown state. Super useful for these characters, especially against tech chase fiends like Roy, who look for those forward throw setups with exactly that in mind. Ooh, up B to bust himself out of the corner. I like it. What? Oh, that
it
hit.
Is. Yeah, I'm shocked too. Yeah, the up B out of the corner feels so brazen against Roy when you're at 85. You know all he has to do is hit the little yellow stick toward you. Like, it's just so risky. But I've noticed Dura not really swinging in that way. I haven't seen that many crazy smash attacks. You see it right there before tilt. Seems much more liable to do that. Just go for the double edge dance, confirm. So Dura not really just like madman style unga bunga me throw, you know, big club at you. He wants to find his moments where he can and not really go for the big explosive options.
Also, dude, it just clicked for me. That's not Mr. Side B. That's Sephiroth's up B right there. He's got Octoslap.
It's all the same thing. It's just
really
Sakurai took the lunch off. I don't know. Big forward throw there forward air there from Dura, putting Danklin on his potentially, well, it's the last stock of the set for sure. And you see there it is, the up air there. It's one stock apiece.
Dead even at this juncture. Oh, okay. We've got Danklin taking to the left side of the stage. Just going to play this zoning game. Down tilt, grab, down throw, forward air. A lot of damage, and he's keeping the onslaught up.
That's what we've seen over and over from me, Swordfighter. Dura really has to remain calm because we know the damage output is insane, but I think me, Swordfighter, sort of struggles at that mid-range where, you know, you've taken 50, you've taken 60. Now you have to get through the obstacle course, but if you could just keep cool, you could just have ice water in your veins, it's not that bad because it's not going to string together anymore. Going for the late down air, and that'll do it, clipping the jump there and the up B from Dura. Danklin pulling out the last trick in the bag all the way at the bottom, and that'll win him Game 5 against Dura. Wow, what a set.
That was incredible. The way he just kept his head on straight through the entire last exchange there. Good Lord, Danklin causing yet another upset. Number 20 on the PR, defeating number 7. And, it's a great night for the underdogs, Coney. I don't know what else to say but that.
Yeah, it's been just an incredible night of Smash. And this is just top 32. I mean, we're going to go into top 16 and top 8 just later. No question that you're going to see a lot more of this action coming up very soon. And maybe upsets just all the way up, man. I mean, Jay Dizzle, I imagine, is going to be making a hell of a run in losers, but maybe they'll drop out. Who knows? So much Smash left to be played.
Yeah, on the subject of losers bracket, it actually looks like Jay Dizzle is queued up to play Ghost on stream for a qualification into the top 8. And
what?
Yeah, I believe he is ranked 6th nationally as of the last national PR. It's been a while since